Water is a vital and scarce natural resource. With Australia in the grip of a 7-year drought and 44% drought declared, water is more precious than ever before. The effects of drought are being experienced all over Australia, particularly in Australia's largest river basin, which is called the Murray-Darling Basin. The light brown area on the map represents the vast area that is the Murray-Darling Basin. This massive area is under real threat from the water crisis due to poor management, drought, and over-allocation of its hydro resources. The Wentworth Group of Concerned Scientists commented that there is an unfolding environmental disaster and human tragedy in the Murray-Darling Basin. Now let's take a closer look at the Murray-Darling Basin. This map shows that most of the southern region of the Murray-Darling Basin is coloured pink and dark red. This means that those areas are experiencing a 1 in 100-year drought regarding reduced runoff levels. The effect of this drought means that over the last 6 years, water flows in the Murray-Darling Basin have reduced by 200 cubic kilolitres, or about 400 Sydney harbours, to be at their lowest levels in 117 years. Next, on this map of rainfall in the Murray-Darling Basin, there are even more red areas. This means that many regions in the basin are even experiencing the more severe conditions of a 1 in 300-year drought regarding low rainfall levels. Scientists increasingly claim that Australia is experiencing a water emergency, and nowhere are the problems as urgent and as complex as the Murray-Darling Basin. We have already lost 90% of the wetlands in the Murray-Darling Basin, and bird numbers are in dramatic decline, with average numbers falling by 80% in 25 years. Wetlands and floodplains have gone extended periods without sufficient water and have been severely degraded, many potentially beyond point of recovery. According to the CSIRO, the Murray-Darling has experienced some exceptionally hot years in addition to low rainfall levels. Exceptionally hot years have been experienced in 40% of the Murray-Darling Basin area between 2002 and 2007, contributing to the increase in evaporation, water use, and further reducing river flows. As you can see from the yellow column for the Murray-Darling Basin region, there are projections that the area of the Murray-Darling Basin experiencing exceptionally hot years will rise to 90% in the 2010 to 2040 period. According to the Murray-Darling Basin Commission, over 95% of the river length assessed in the Murray-Darling Basin has an environmental condition that is degraded, and 30% is substantially modified from the original condition. Significant purchases of water licences have been made by the federal government from farmers in order to return the water to the natural environment. Although it has been reported that 240 gigalitres have been purchased, no specific amount of water can be guaranteed from the $303 million worth of licenses purchased. The water cannot be guaranteed because the projections rely on rainfall. There is substantial variability of rainfall in the Murray-Darling Basin, thus these purchases will likely be ineffective in improving the health of the Murray-Darling Basin in many cases. The water buybacks may only bring back a trickle.